Irish Media Network. We entertain.
Hey, Matador here, and you're watching About Last Night.
Welcome back to another episode of About Last Night. I'm here in Pygmalion and I'm going to be chatting to Matador later on. We have Joe, our West Coast team, who's going to be chatting to John Conneely in the Roisín Dubh. But let's hand it over to our Belfast boy, Andrew, who's going to be chatting to Bobby Analog. I'll see you in a bit.
Thank you, Soraya. I'm here with Belfast DJ and Body Fusion boss, Bobby Analog. How are you, man?
Good, Andrew. How are you, man?
Yeah, not too bad, not too bad. So I just want to talk about, like, what was your introduction to DJing? Like, what were the first records you bought, and how did you get into the whole thing?
When I started, it was kind of more hip hop stuff, like turntablism, stuff like that. There, I remember, like, I liked Cuber and like Scratch Perverts, DJ Shadow. Early records would have been like gangster stuff, De La Soul, Tribe, like really like kind of just straight up backpack hip hop. And yeah, that was mostly my introduction. From there, it kind of progressed into listening to dance music a few years later. Like, but yeah, it was early days. It was just straight up gangster rap and stuff like that.
What were like the first kind of venues you played?
First place is like, I mean, the earliest is probably the Dairy in Portrush, which was just like an old hotel that had like a room in it, like a function room style thing, where yeah, it was pretty bare bones, but we put a sound system in and started throwing parties in it, and yeah, it was cool. I think I was like 16 or 17 whenever we did stuff in there, and it was great, but like it was very basic, like yeah.
Just want to chat a little bit about your label, Body Fusion. Had a wicked release from Long Island Sound came out. Your own productions have sort of swerved away from the more disco, like edity kind of stuff into the deeper side of house and electro.
Yeah.
What's influenced that kind of creative redirection for you?
The move was more based on like I was like collecting synths and like learning to like play piano and still learning how to play, and yeah, it was just kind of a natural progression of stuff that I liked and have listened to over the course of the last 10 years probably, and like then suddenly being like, right, well, I want to have a more artistic approach to what I'm doing and pit stuff together that musically makes sense to me and try and challenge my own art, like, and see if I could get it to a place where I was like, okay, this is presentable as a thing that represents me more than just like taking somebody else's creations and remolding them for a dance floor.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's getting there. I'm still like,
how's the piano coming along?
It's sweet, man. I can play some real lovely classical pieces now. Yeah. Like, so I'm doing my grade 2. Yeah. So it's all going great, like, yeah.
So where can people catch you? You gigging over the next couple weeks, months?
I'm playing in Wigwam in Dublin a couple of weeks with CC Disco and Hidden Spheres. That'll be fun. Really looking forward to meeting her, so that'll be cool. And then where else am I after that? Doing the AVA Castle Party in April with Peach and
Narrowwater Castle.
Yeah, that'll be
always
fun.
A great party down there.
Yeah, it was good last year, like, so I'd say that'll be really fun. Good day out, and yeah, I'll probably just play loads of hoof and techno with Ariana Grande mixed in with that, like, so yeah, it'll be nice.
Thank you very much, Bobby. Really looking forward to the set later. Now we're going to nip over to Galway, where Joe is talking to John Conneely.
Thanks a million, Andrew. Happy St. Patrick's Day to everyone from the West Coast. As you know, I am Joe, and tonight I am in the Roisín Dubh for one of their legendary Sunday sessions. And I am also here with the man behind the music, John Conneely. Thanks a million for sitting down with me.
Joe, thank you very much.
Good to meet you.
You,
happy St. Patrick's Day.
Right back at you, brother.
Thank you very much, sir. So, John Conneely Inc., Sunday night,
yes.
the Roisín Dubh.
Indeed.
It's an institution.
Here we are.
Unfortunately, not everyone has had the pleasure of experiencing it. For those at home who are not going to be here tonight, what can we expect? What's in store for us tonight?
Debauchery.
Excellent.
Musical debauchery.
Good start.
Very high standard of musical debauchery.
Good
from
stuff.
Start to finish.
Very good.
Yeah, it gets loud and raucous. Yeah, pretty much early on. We're blessed with some of the best crowds in the country.
Yes.
So they come along in here, and from song number 1, they give us their all.
Yeah.
You'll see it tonight.
I've heard the energy is absolutely fantastic in this
It's
place.
amazing, yeah. They bring it every weekend, as I say. So
Brilliant.
Yeah.
And it's in a big ensemble. Is it a 10-piece tonight?
We're 9-piece tonight, I think.
Okay. So talk me through the makeup of the actual band itself and who plays what.
Okay, so I've got kind of the core guys: Kieran on drums, Owen on bass, Mark Sullivan on guitar, and then the melody players, the guys who kind of put the magic on top of the kind of solid grooves. Bertrand is the sax player. A guy called Danny Healy on trumpet. A guy called Aina Ryder on keys. Gabriel Gonzalez is a flute player, plays the Galician pipes as well. Then I have the singer Barbara Volso, who's an Italian singer, powerhouse, force of nature.
When did Barbara come on board? How long
about a year and a half. About a year and a half. And yeah, and we swap it out. Then I play with, like, there's we have you know, an amazing harmonica player that pops in from time to time called Magic. There's a guy called Tom Portman who plays dobro, virtuoso dobro player. Spectacular stuff altogether. A guy called Michael Corbett, another keyboard player who's just sublime. I mean, like, you know, we're well, I'm blessed. Yeah, I'm absolutely blessed.
And you're at it 3.5 years, November 2015.
Yeah, thereabouts. Yeah.
And I suppose, how did it come about that you were able to draw in so much talent and so much kind of so many different musical varieties and such an eclectic mix?
Well, I think that, I mean, like, we started off here, Googie gave me a call to fill a Saturday night that had become kind of free. And I think that gig, I put together a 6-piece, and that was just ringing the guy to see who was available. I think I got the call on the Tuesday, and it was like, let's get together. It was like a party jam, but because of the PA in here, there's a sound engineer, there's a nice stage. It's just, you know, it's like a party for us to play, but with somebody to look after the sound, so it's just a bonus for us. But it went really well, and then they kind of shifted the time slot, shifted the day to the Sunday. And once we kind of got to that stage, then I guess I wanted to, I kind of maybe saw the potential for, because I knew quite a few musicians from my time playing around the place, and it's rare that you have the opportunity in terms of the physicality, like the desk, or having a sound engineer, or having a stage, or even having a room full of people who are willing to kind of dance and get that energy back from them. It's rare that you'll have that opportunity to put all of these people together and kind of see what happens. So that's kind of where that's
where the magic is born.
You know? Yeah, absolutely.
Excellent. As you were saying, you do have quite a few, I'm not going to say kind of guest musicians, but you do have people who kind of join you. And is there any particular night that really stands out, or are there any kind of particular?
There is one night that stands out. Yeah, there was actually the night. It was. So I think it was, what are we now, 2019? So was it 2017 that all of those rock stars were dying? You know, Prince is dying, and Bowie, and all of these people.
2017, Jesus, yeah.
So anyway, it was the week that Prince died. So we would do a song in honor of whatever, you know, absolute gargantuan rock star had passed away the week before. And, you know, fortunately we were doing quite a few of them. Yeah. But the week that Prince died, we did we finished the night off with Purple Rain. And as it happened, one of the guys, his girlfriend was here, and she recorded just that song on the phone. And we had some guest musicians. We had a guy called Matt Burrell who was along with saxophone and clarinet, and just everybody was there. And the energy in this room, man, was just spectacular. And, you know, I've tried to record these nights, but it's like trying to capture lightning in a bottle. There's so many variables, and it's just another thing to be kind of concerned about. So, like a few years ago, or a couple of years ago, I recorded two of the Sundays consecutively with an engineer, and we brought in, you know, everything.
I've seen it actually. Yeah, I've seen the recording.
Yep.
Really well shot.
So, but like, you know, we actually recorded all the audio. So we took, we recorded all the audio from the stage and all the audio from the audience, and you know, 2 live concerts, and then kind of cherry picked on it. So I have that on CD, but I wouldn't be in any rush to do it again, because, you know, it's kind of like it's very much kind of turned into you have to be here for it, kind of gig. Yeah, you know, even from our perspective, even trying to record it, you know, it's not the same.
Yeah. So recording it, as you say, you can kind of lose the spontaneity of it.
Also, if you're trying, you know, if you're thinking of it while you're playing, if you're thinking, and you are thinking, oh, did I play that? Oh no, I just muted it. Oh no, you know, this. Oh, that he didn't play the right thing. That's always going through your head. When it's linear, when it's live, that doesn't matter. That's you know, it's all part of it. Every mistake is beautiful in that instance. But when you're recording it, you're going to listen to that every time you play it back.
Yeah. As you say, you're conscious of it.
Absolutely. Yeah. So, you know, it's you know. Yeah, I tried to record it. I'm not sure I'll try and record it again.
Okay. Well, hopefully tonight will be one of those spontaneous, brilliant, high energy. I expect it will be. I'm really, really looking forward to it personally.
We will do our level best.
Everyone at home will hopefully be very, very jealous of it. And Soraya, who's in Dublin, is going to have a hard act to follow. Back to you, Soraya.
Thanks a million, Joe. I'm here with Matador. How you doing? You're having a very busy day today.
Yeah, busy day. Cork earlier on, about 5 o'clock, and straight back up the road for Pygmalion here tonight. So another day at the office, but it's at home, so it's.
Are you excited for this one?
Yeah, it's always good to be here. It's been, I think, 3 years since I played in Dublin.
Yeah.
So yeah, listen, this is where I cut my teeth. Like, I wrote most of my music about like 50 meters from here on St. William Street, just above the Jewel and the Crown, little restaurant. Yeah, so driving up the street, I was like, right, that's where I wrote all the music to get me here. So to come right here into the Paris Garden, it's something special.
Savage on Paddy's Day as well, or Paddy's weekend. So come here, you're talking about music. You've released an EP, Apollo 11. Tell me a little bit about this.
Well, it's a collaboration with Ukrainian guys called Artbat, and yeah, they're killing it at the minute. And I asked them to get involved to do something with the label, and we eventually just sort of came to a conclusion that collaboration was the best option. So that went on for like 6 or 8 months, 2 tracks, and we just released it 2 days ago. And it's already climbing charts and doing the business, so excited to see where it's going to go.
Yeah. Amazing, so am I. So you're well known for your live performances, and you've won awards for this. What are the elements, that you need to for a live performance?
Well, I think it's just about having a really good bank of music. Yeah. If you're going to do the live thing, it's all about playing all of your own music and writing your own music, performing it live. So if you have a really good bank of music, that's sort of half the battle. And then it's just, I guess, the confidence, the persistence and learning, and cutting your teeth with different crowds at different times of the night, opening sets, closing sets. It's a work in progress for everybody, but the most important thing is it's all about the music.
Yes, exactly. Where was that turning point for you, though, making it, as most DJs would love to be international DJ, where was that turning point for you, do you think?
It was over on St. William Street, I remember, yeah. And I remember I was sitting there, I woke up one morning and I'd sent like a load of demos through to this record label, and I was waiting to get word back, and time had gone on, and I was sort of starting to forget about it. The dream was disappearing into the distance, but I got that phone call one morning, and I was like, right, we're going to sign all this music to the record label, you're coming over to Berlin to meet the whole team. And that was like 7 years ago, and it's gone like that, so it was a case of just keeping the faith, really,
sticking with it and not giving up.
Totally, yeah. And that was something that I just really sort of believed that I was going to get it across the line, and that call eventually came, thankfully.
So Dublin and a bit of most of Ireland as well is going through a crisis in our club nightlife. You've obviously, played in major cities and in some serious venues. What do you think Dublin or Ireland is missing?
I don't think it's missing anything. Maybe one thing is later opening hours or closing times, whatever you want to call it. Because I go around the world and we play in all sorts of places, and the scope throughout a night musically can be so much more of it's like over 8 or 10 hours programmed. You can get more DJs, more acts, and the people get more for their money. You don't have everybody spilling out onto the streets at the same time. It's more staggered and makes more sense. So the only thing I would change is that, because the people, I don't know, like pretty much all my colleagues who do this for a living, travel the world, they all look forward, on a serious note, to coming here, because the crowds are second to none. The only place the crowd is similar to here is in Argentina, and like Buenos Aires, maybe in Italy, in parts of Italy, but it's a very unique crowd here in Ireland because we have such a small window to make it happen.
Such a shame.
Imagine what we could do with 8 hours.
I know. Non-stop dance, I know, very dangerous. Come here, Andrew, I wish you all the best, and thank you so much for taking the time to chat to us. Thank you so much, guys. That's another episode of About Last Night. Don't forget to like, subscribe, follow, and we'll see you guys next week.